Not long ago, one morning, I met an old patient of mine. He was well into his 80s. I still remember how, a few years back, he'd be out of breath just from trying to stand up from the armchair in my clinic. But this time was different. He walked in briskly, his posture steady, his face glowing with a joy that seemed to reclaim a piece of his lost youth. When I asked his secret, he chuckled and said, "I changed how I nourish my body." What surprised me was that he didn't rely on eggs, the food many swear by as the ultimate protein source, but instead turned to other, less conventional foods that worked wonders. Have you ever wondered if there are protein sources even better than eggs? Ones that can not only maintain strength after 60, but also restore vitality? Today I'll share that story with you, and it might just change how you view your daily meals. Imagine this. Every time we sit down to eat, it's not just a meal in front of us. It's a choice for our future. One of my patients, Mary, 74 years old, used to believe eggs were the ultimate key to maintaining muscle strength. She ate two every day for years, yet her body kept weakening, her arms grew thinner, and carrying a grocery bag became a struggle. When she came to me, her eyes were filled with worry. "Doctor, am I just too old? No matter how hard I try, can I not hold on to my strength anymore?" I smiled and told her, "Mary, age doesn't mean you've lost your chance. It's not about how much protein you eat, but which kind you choose." Then I introduced her to something few people consider: lentils. It sounds simple, but science shows lentils are packed with plant-based protein, fiber, and folate, elements that keep your digestive system running smoothly and boost nutrient absorption. When your gut is healthy, your body can better use amino acids, the building blocks of muscle. A few weeks later, Mary came back. She shared that she'd started making lentil soup, sometimes tossing them into salads. Remarkably, she felt not only stronger muscles, but also a lighter spirit, better digestion, and deeper sleep. She said, "I never thought something as simple as lentils could change my body like this." As a doctor, I can explain it clearly. Lentils contain polyphenol compounds, silent warriors that fight inflammation, protect cells, and slow aging. But from a simpler perspective, I want to tell you that small choices, repeated daily, create profound transformations. Have you ever felt your body slowing down, finding it harder to stand up compared to a few years ago? If so, think about tonight's dinner. Could it be the start of a change? One spring afternoon, I sat in my clinic with James, a 76-year-old former gym teacher who once thrived on strength and agility. But as age crept in, his shoulders ached constantly, his knees stiffened, and climbing stairs became a struggle. He told me disheartened, "Doc, I'm not myself anymore. Exercise hurts, but if I rest, my muscles waste away day by day." I know that feeling. Many people over 70 get trapped in that vicious cycle. So I suggested a unique source of nourishment: hemp seeds. You might not be familiar with them, but hemp seeds are packed with easily digestible protein, omega-3s, and GLA, a rare fatty acid that naturally reduces inflammation. That was exactly what James's body needed, not just to nourish his muscles, but to soothe the smoldering joint inflammation. He started simply, sprinkling a spoonful of hemp seeds onto his morning oatmeal. That's it. A few weeks later, he returned, his eyes sparkling with excitement. "Doc, I climbed the stairs without gripping the handrail. I still feel a little pain, but it doesn't hold me back anymore." That moment stuck with me because it underscores a vital truth. Our bodies, even after 7 or 8 decades, can still recover when given the right tools. And sometimes, those tools aren't expensive or exotic. They're as humble as hemp seeds. Isn't it fascinating how something so small can change the way we move, the way we live? Watching James walk with renewed confidence, I realize age doesn't steal our strength. Giving up does. With small daily choices, we can rewrite the story of our aging years. I distinctly remember another patient of mine, Susan, a 72-year-old woman who walked into my office with a face full of worry. "Doctor," she said, "my memory's getting worse. The other day I even forgot my grandson's name, and that scares me more than any pain." I sat down and listened. In her eyes, I saw the reflection of so many other elderly patients, a quiet fear of losing their minds, not just their bodies. I recommended she try adding wild-caught salmon to her diet, The reason was simple. It's rich in high-quality protein, but more importantly, it's packed with omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, a building block of nerve cells and vital for brain function. I told her, Susan, think of every bite of salmon as a gift for your brain. A few months later, she returned with a relieved smile. She shared that her short-term memory had improved. She wasn't forgetting simple daily tasks anymore, and she could confidently play crossword puzzles with her friends at the park. Her voice filled with emotion, she told me. I feel like I've gotten a part of myself back, doctor. Science can explain this. The omega-3s in salmon help reduce inflammation in the nervous system and improve signal transmission between brain cells. But on a deeper level, I think it gives people the belief that old age doesn't have to mean irreversible loss. Have you ever felt your memory slow down, like when you stand in the kitchen and forget what you were going to do? If so, I want you to imagine this. A warm dinner with a delicious piece of grilled salmon. It's not just a tasty meal, but a gentle prescription for your mind. It's not magic. It's science, and it's proof that smart nutritional choices can keep us sharp and help us live more fully. Looking back at the journeys of patients like Mary, James, and Susan, I've come to a realization. Old age isn't really a loss. Instead, it's an invitation to live more wisely, more slowly, and to make more deliberate choices. Our bodies are like a journal, with each page written by our eating habits, our sleep, our steps, and the times we've neglected ourselves. And when we pass 60, that journal becomes clearer than ever. I once asked an elderly patient, "What's your biggest fear about getting old?" She didn't mention wrinkles or gray hair. She said, "I'm afraid of becoming a burden to the people I love." That answer has haunted me, and I suspect it's a fear many of us share. But then, after she changed her diet, added healthy protein, started light exercise, and improved her sleep, her mind became sharper. She told me, "I found my sense of control over my life again." Science can give us countless explanations: amino acids, omega-3s, anti-inflammatory compounds. But I believe the most important thing nutrition offers is the feeling of living in a body you can trust. It's the ability to walk without fear of falling, to talk without fear of forgetting, to sit with your children and grandchildren and feel whole. Have you ever paused, looked at your hands, and asked yourself, have I taken good enough care of this body? That's a question I want you to hold on to, because it could change how you choose your next meal. Every spoonful of lentils, every scoop of hemp seeds, every piece of wild-caught salmon. It's not just about nutrition. It's an act of loving care for yourself and for those who are watching you. If you followed along this far, I believe you share the same question I do. How can we make old age not just years that pass by, but a chapter of life lived fully, strongly, and with meaning? The answer sometimes isn't in big, grand gestures, but in the small choices we make every day. A protein-rich meal, a slow walk in the park, or simply allowing ourselves to listen to our own bodies. I want to hear from you. Have you ever experienced the fear of your body weakening? Or have you found your own secret to staying healthy after 50? Please share your experience in the comments, because who knows, your story might be an inspiration to someone else out there. If you found these thoughts helpful, don't hesitate to hit follow so we can connect again in future videos. I promise to keep bringing you stories, knowledge, and fresh perspectives to join you on your journey of preserving your health and the meaning of old age. And remember, age isn't an endpoint. It's just a new chapter where you have the power to write the story you want.